This is my first trip to Colorado, and after the first couple trails, it is very obvious that I am in an entirely different league. I guess they're right when they say, the camera doesn't do it justice, because this is way gnarlier than I thought. Little did I know, she was just getting warmed up.
This is not good. This is a fucking, a nice, nicely built Jeep trail. Another switchback from hell. Whoa! That was a... How is this a fucking 3? Guys, yesterday was a rough one. Went all the way down Stony Pass, and right at the end when we got to the top, we had to turn around because of that snow. Couldn't make it down that shelf road any further. It was not safe whatsoever. I made a few stupid decisions as it is. But anyways, headed to Gunnison. I got to get a couple tools to fix my heater and socket so I can get my leaf springs kind of got a little discombobulated. Well guys, we just entered Engineer Pass. So far it's just, we're running through a canyon right now. Dirt road. Air down 25 PSI, just a little bit of smoother stuff, and yeah. See how this all goes. Hopefully we make it through today, because this is like the only semi-direct route to Telluride. The other way is probably like 200 miles around, up and around to get through here, you know, across the mountain. So, across the mountain, like the only idea is, oh, look at that. Look how cool that is. Look at that, man. That is so cool. Look at this. So beautiful. Capital City on the Engineer Pass. I'm about to check it out. This ghost town. Capital City. Look at this, man. This is cool. Wow. This is where people lived. Come here. Pretty cool. This is a city, huh? No. Come on. Wonder how big it was. There's a plaque over there we should go look at. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I want to see if I can see inside this. What do you guys see? Oh, there was bunk beds. They had bunk beds. Imagine people lived in there, man. Someone's house. That's crazy. Pretty cool. Look at this. Look at this. Imagine living in this city with this out your window every day. So cool.
was already later in the day at this point, and I still needed some time to get that diesel heater fired up. So I took this offshoot off the main trail and started looking for camp. This has to be the prettiest campsite I've ever found. It was way back in this gorge right against the riverbank. It was absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, though, I could not get that diesel heater to fire up. I took the thing completely apart and cleaned it twice until it looked like it was brand new, but it just wasn't having it. And come to find out later, it was a fuel pump issue, which I'll explain more about in the description. But anyways, I knew without that heater it was going to be a cold night at this altitude, and thought I would have enough time to get to the summit and back down. So I decided to quickly pack up and headed back out. Oh, and in my haste, I put the GoPro on the wrong setting, so I really didn't get any footage till I got towards the top. This place was incredible. Just look at that view. And to be lucky enough to get to see it at sunset was truly an experience I won't forget anytime soon. And definitely the silver lining for the night.
Not good.
I wish I would have had a little more time to admire the sunset, but as beautiful as it was, the realization that I was going to have to descend off the mountain and finish the trail in the dark made it bittersweet. And for some reason, my offline maps weren't loading up in OnX, so that added to my problems. And I knew I was in for a long night. Since, as one of my favorite YouTubers would say, climbing down a mountain is still climbing a mountain.
How am I supposed to get through this? Fuck! Oh fuck, man, this is insane. This is not a 3. What's a 10? What's a 10? Mount Everest?
As you can tell, I was thoroughly frustrated at this point. This trail was way harder than anything I'd ever driven, and doing it at night with less than ideal lighting added to the stress. And I really just wanted it to be over. But there was only one way out of this. There was no help, no bypasses, and no turning around. I knew if I wanted to get this truck down in one piece, I had to focus, keep my cool, and remind myself that this wasn't an adventure. And adventures aren't vacations. They're not all sunshine and roses. And I drove over 20 hours to some of the country's most legendary trails, and this is what an adventure looks like.
Like a V-notch. There we go. That's what first gear feels like. Oh my god, dude, this is way more than a 3. This is not a 3. This is anything but a 3. This is like 6, 7.
That's because it wasn't a 3. Remember how I had said my offline maps weren't loading? Well, somewhere I had made a wrong turn and ended up on Mineral Creek, which is rated at 5, which is why the trail just seemed to get harder at every turn. And it was definitely the switchbacks that seemed to be the hardest parts, especially for a truck this big, and I wish I would have done a better job of filming, but it was almost midnight and I was just stressed out and preoccupied with keeping the truck off the rocks. Because as much as I love night wheeling, I had just had enough. But I couldn't stop now.
How am I supposed to do this?
supposed to get through this.
But I did, just like the rest of the trail. I gotta say, I was pretty happy how the truck performed, and I definitely feel like I leveled up my driving. But I can't tell you how relieved I was to see those signs light up at the end of the trail. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see pavement, because it was like 1:30, so it had been a long night, and I was mentally exhausted and starving, but I know what Type 2 fun is, and no matter how trying this night was, it's experiences like this that you look back on and turn out to be some of your best memories. We spent the night on the side of some forest road just outside of Ouray, so I quickly packed up and headed into town to grab some breakfast and ate in the park and recovered a little bit from the night before. Then I decided I was just going to do a little exploring and check out some of the mines and ghost towns in the area and just kind of take it slow and easy for the day.
Daily dose of iron. After the debacle last night, kind of needed an easy day. We walked around some of the ghost towns and mines and stuff. We didn't really travel, I don't think, more than 10 miles around. Just enough so I could get my Blue Eddy charged up. So I'm gonna do some laundry while I'm here. Rinse off. Oh, it looks like it's gonna rain. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Well, so, yeah. Make some food and get to bed early tonight. I need some sleep. I didn't sleep really at all last night. First, let me give you a tour of the campsite. It's pretty nice. You got this Red River right here. This is actually the ghost town of Ironton. Ironton is all through here. If you go back this way, there's some abandoned houses and things. There's actually quite a bit. I guess the last guy to live here died in 60 something or other. They have his house across the road by the mine too. Pretty sure I showed you guys that earlier. So, alright guys, bye.